Hi, I'm Davy. I'm awesome. And welcome to Davy's Awesome Movies, where I review the styles of movies that I love, the alternative, B-rated, cult-style flicks. And this movie encapsulates all of that. This movie was made in 1988, and it was directed by both Donald G. Jackson and R.J. Kaiser, and also both written and produced by Donald G. Jackson and Randall Frakes, and made and distributed by New World Pictures. Ladies and gentlemen, the awesome classic, Hell Comes to Frogtown. The movie opens with a woman's voice telling us about the last war we had that lasted 10 days. A war where a bunch of nukes were fired, and now we're in a post-apocalyptic future. One where the male population got taken out by over 68%, and has also left most of that remaining population of women, and mostly men, sterile.
10,000 years of human progress was virtually blown to dust.
And apparently we got sent all the way back to the years of stock footage. Then we go to somebody scavenging named Squidlips, who gets jumped. But Squidlips has a gun.
You know the law.
Apparently greeners like Squidlips are not allowed to have guns. It's illegal. But somehow making it against the law did nothing to stop it. Greeners are mutated half human, half frogs. Apparently for some reason the nukes did that as well. Then we go to the lead of this movie, Sam Hell. Or Sam Hellman, depending on who calls him what, because they call him both in this movie. Played by legendary wrestler Rowdy Roddy Piper. Rest in peace. And he's being interrogated by a Captain Devlin, played by William Smith. Sam Hell has been accused of raping Captain Devlin's daughter. Of course, Sam denies this, but Captain Devlin doesn't care.
I think we'll start here.
Not the Nords! Then we see a couple of medtech officers. The women that run this future. They are in control, they are in power. And they are there to tell Captain Devlin to release Sam Hell into their custody. They also tell Captain Devlin that his daughter has recanted her story about being raped, especially after finding out that she was pregnant, which is a huge deal that both her and Sam Hell were fertile. Captain Devlin is also being reassigned to the border between their land and Frogtown. And this news has him flipped! So does Agent Spangle, played by Sandal Bergman. The medtech ladies take Sam Hell back to their lab to run some tests. Because not only did he get Captain Devlin's daughter pregnant, but it turns out, as being a drifter, being with many women, he's left a slew of pregnant women in his trail. He's extremely fertile.
Must have been all that fiber I ate when I was a kid.
Maybe. I ate a lot of Raisin Bran as a kid, and now I've got 3 kids. Just knocked him out. Boom, boom, boom! Because of how fertile he is, MedTech is offering to give him a clean slate from all of his crimes, so long as he agrees to work for them impregnating women. And of course he agrees to this. I mean, why the heck wouldn't he? This is just like a win all around. But then he is also informed that that little electronic chastity belt around him, they call an ECR, is not coming off. Which begs the question, how's he supposed to pee or impregnate women?
There's a flap.
That's gonna chafe my willy. For his first mission, he has to go to Frogtown and rescue some fertile women that were abducted and are being held for ransom. MedTech doesn't want to pay the ransom, they just want the women impregnated. But Sam doesn't want to go if he has to go in the pink MedTech mobile.
You don't ride, we'll drag you on a chain.
That's Sentinella. She's badass. When Sam, Spangle, and Sentinella get to the border, they meet up with Captain Devlin, who's still a bit angry about being there. In fact, he's saying that he'd kill them right now and throw them over the border.
Say the greeners got you.
Or not. Let's see who drops first, me or you.
Told ya. Badass! And now they all go to Frogtown. Sam Hell. He's going to Frogtown. Hell comes to Frogtown. I get it! French class! Ha ha! They pull over to load up some gas, and Sam needs to go pee. They let him go, and he takes off. I'm guessing to do that has something to do with the ECR. Spangle controls that ECR through her earrings. She can make it hurt him at will, or if he gets too far away from her, it'll start stinging. She can also use it to track him, and if anybody but her tries to take it off, it will explode! You should have read the contract. The next night, they find one of these fertile women they were looking for who had escaped Commander Toady, but she's freaked out. She's hysterical. She doesn't understand what's going on around her. They have to chase her. And once they get to her and get her down, she's still freaking out.
What are you doing?
Spangle gives her something to calm her down and get her ready. But Sam doesn't want to do this. Not under these circumstances. I can't really blame him.
You need inspiration.
All you have to do is play some Chicago.
I've been trained in seduction techniques.
I didn't know women needed to be trained. I thought that just came naturally. Then again, not for her. She basically just stands around her underwear, moving awkwardly.
I guess I'm going to have to live up to my contract.
So he gets to work on a girl who's drugged. How sweet? The next morning, the woman is clear-headed and actually thankful that she's been impregnated. It is a big deal, and she's now going to be treated like a hero. They give her something to identify her and tell her which way to go to the Border Patrol and tell her not to worry.
Thank you.
Let's not try to fill the holes in the logic here. Then again, if we try to fill any of the holes in any of the logic in this movie, we'll be here all day. They are getting close to Frogtown, so now they need to get in disguise. They're disguising Spangle as Sam's prisoner. Then again, he needs to also remember that she's still in control as she has earrings that could explode his junk. But Sam decides to make a couple of changes to the costume.
What?
Okay, I get that those glasses are insanely big and goofy, but she still needs to see. Then they finally get to Frogtown and we see some of these greeners. The half-human, half-frogs that are forced away from society on reservations. The woman greener dancing is Arabella, played by Christy Sommers, who's most known for her part in Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Now, this shows right off the bat how impressive the makeup effects are, considering they only had a $12,000 budget for the makeup. That's all they had. In real life, she looked like this. In this bar, Sam bumps into his old friend.
Looney! You're alive!
Looney! Last name Tunes. I'm not making it up. That's his name in the cast. Looney Tunes.
They call me Looney Tunes because I'm so crazy.
I figured it's because you look like something out of a cartoon. Sam tells Looney he's there to barter Spangle. So Looney sets him up with a friend to barter with, Leroy, who likes Spangle.
We've not seen the like since Bull brought in those wenches.
I bet those are the girls they're looking for.
Duh!
Shut up! But as they're bartering, we meet Bull. It's Toadie's second in command.
Who brought this here?
I did.
He doesn't like humans. When Sam tells Bull that he was bartering with Leroy, Bull informs Sam that there is no private bartering in Frogtown. And he hits his point home.
Not again!
Bull shuts down Leroy's place, pending an audience with Commander Toady.
Everybody, back to work!
When Sam awakes, he meets Arabella, who is also the MedTech contact.
They've taken your partner to the palace.
Every girl wants to be a princess. Arabella wants to get a little frisky. But Sam tells her he doesn't even know her.
But I know you.
I'd pass.
Do me a favor.
Anything, Sam.
Put this on.
Dude! A dude actually did it!
This how you like it, Sam?
But then, because of them taking Spangle away, she's out of range, and the ECR starts beeping. So Arabella points Sam in the direction of Spangle so he can get closer and not have his junk explode. Because of this, he ends up in a room with Commander Toady, bartering with a Count Sodom.
The first shipment. There shall be another within 1 week.
Sam decides to crash the party.
Sam!
Witnessing this is Arabella and Looney.
What can we do to help them?
No, not a thing.
Not true, you could do the thing where you go on Facebook and say, "Our thoughts and prayers are with you." Spangle is taken away to be prepared for Toady. Sam is taken by Bull, who's going to extract that ECR, even though Sam warns him it's wired to blow.
MedTech wouldn't be stupid enough to wire a potent to the hell!
Wouldn't they, though? Bull's chainsaw runs out of gas, and Spangle's earring accidentally gets triggered. Oh, the struggle of a man and his cherries.
You are one weird dude.
I get that a lot. Bull then cuts off the ECR, but it doesn't explode. There it goes. With Bull knocked out, Arabella sneaks in and unties Sam. But as Arabella and Sam are leaving... Well, you know, it's sad, but she wanted to get drilled. Sam quickly avenges Arabella! And now, frog's legs for dinner. Over to Spangle, Commander Toady wants her to dance.
The dance of the 3 snakes.
Obviously, she doesn't know what that is. So, Spangle just starts very awkwardly and weirdly dancing. But hey, Commander Toady is enjoying it, so... whatever. Looney was out getting into position to fire off a flare to get the attention of Sentinella when he gets interrupted. But he didn't let that stop him. He signals her anyway.
All right.
She's so badass. Back to Spangle.
You have aroused the 3 snakes.
What exactly does that mean?
I ain't going near any of those things.
Those 3 snakes are his...
Captain Winky! Captain Winky! Captain Winky!
3 of them! I can barely handle having 1! Seriously, it's not as great as women seem to think it is. You smash it in your sleep, it gets stuck to your leg on a hot day. When you sit on a toilet, you have to hope it's deep enough or you're going to feel how cold the water is. There's another reason I wouldn't want 3 of them. It's bad enough getting kicked in only 1. Suddenly, Sam Hill.
Eat left, froggies.
Suck it, Dwayne Johnson! He was doing the 2 rifles thing way before the rundown. Toady escapes, so Spangle and Sam go about getting the ladies outside, just as Sentinella arrives.
You boys are gonna eat dirt or lead?
They choose dirt, of course.
Wise choice.
Just as Sam, Spangle, and the ladies are almost out, they get surrounded by Toady's men. Well, frogs.
Not yet, Wardy.
Looney Tunes bugs them. They get the girls out and into the MedTech mobile, and we see that Looney has been shot.
Oh, easy, son, easy.
Now, you may be asking why I didn't include that clip of him getting shot. It's because it doesn't exist. One moment he's fine, the next moment he's suddenly been shot. They didn't show it either. And then in the car as they're getting away...
I sure hope it. Heavens is good.
Looney Tunes dies. That's despicable! Sentinella notices something.
Something's coming up fast behind us. And it's bad.
Is it as bad as you? Sentinella starts shooting at Toady and his men, even catches one of them. But in the process, she catches a bullet too. She's okay, but at that moment something explodes in front of them.
Going my way.
It's Count Sodom! Yeah, we knew it was Captain Devlin. Even with the mask on, we could hear that whoever was behind there had a very raspy voice. Captain Devlin starts going on and on about his plans. Because they always do. He is selling guns to the Greeners in return for uranium. Because they have uranium mines. And he's going to give that uranium to scientists to make a nuclear bomb. He'd have the only one, and he would be able to put men back in control. And while he's rambling on and on, Sam is trying to get one of the ladies to reach up and toss him his sword.
We're all gonna die.
Finally, she goes for it. But when they go over to where his body would have fallen, they find Sam's sword and Devlin's gun. So Sam tells Spangle to go with the girls and protect them, and he's going after Devlin. We sure that did it this time? Now Sam also has a bazooka. But once he gets back to the MedTech mobile, he sees that it has been destroyed. But he doesn't see Spangle or the girls anywhere. Just Toady, who's back.
Drop your weapon!
I think I would have just shot him. Sam lets Toady's men leave, but not Toady. Well, that's unfortunate. But he still has a gun. And he's a horrible shot. Then he and Toady run up to the rocks and start fighting. This actual fight scene is at Vasquez Rocks, the same place they filmed Captain Kirk's battle with Gorn in Star Trek. It's a famous scene, even though I'm not a Trekkie, I know about it. Then as they're fighting, Sam goes Three Stooges on his ass. Sam pushes Toady off the cliff, but Toady grabbed a hold of his foot. Toady falls. He's done. Sam climbs down. And he finds Spangle, who changed her clothes, with Sentinella and the girls. They're all fine. Spangle realizes that the ECR is gone and asks why he didn't leave.
I knew you'd miss me.
I think they like each other.
Maybe after you complete your duties, I can get us a couple of weeks' leave.
But first, he's got to impregnate all those girls.
A soldier's work is never done.
Well, technically yours is. There will be sequels, but you won't be in them. So there you have it. That's the awesome B-movie cult classic, Hell Comes to Frogtown. The movie had no box office to speak of, but it did have a $1.5 million budget, and it has easily made that money back since its release. This movie receives mixed reviews. Of course, most critics do not like this movie. But some actually do like this movie because they take it for what it is. Yes, it's goofy, yes, it's weird, yes, it's a really outrageous story, but it's fun. In fact, co-writer and producer Randall Frakes says he's glad that the fans seem to like it and get the jokes as they were intended. It's an action-adventure comedy, and we get the comedy part. Although as far as that goes, apparently in the original script the humor was a lot more raunchy. Then again, a lot of the original script got cut. Randall Frakes had to cut the script dramatically when the film budget got slashed from $3 million to $1.5 million. A lot of characters had to be dropped, some had to be combined into one character, a number of locations had to be cut, and the action sequences had to be much more simplified. But there was still plenty of action. Sentinella ended up being played by Steve Verrill, even though she was almost played by Pam Grier. That probably would have been awesome too. Either way, the character herself is very badass. That was my only criticism in this movie, is why they didn't focus a little bit more on her, or maybe just do a sequel based on her character. Instead, we got sequels that really had absolutely nothing to do with this one and didn't follow any continuity. In the next movie, Return to Frogtown, it goes a completely different direction. It gives it a sequel feel, as in you feel like there was a story before it, but just doesn't follow it at all. Sam Hell in that one is played by Robert Zadar. He doesn't play him at all like Roddy Piper played him. Sandal Bergman isn't in that one either. And in that one, they make it seem like Spangle and Sam Hell have never met. And then Max Hell Toad Warrior, because it was released twice under two different names, doesn't even have Sam Hell, it has Max Hell, and really says absolutely nothing about this movie. Just completely goes off the radar. Doesn't have any continuity within the movies or even of itself. Of the three movies, I would honestly say this is the only one that I like. It's honestly the only one I would say is enjoyable in and of itself as a movie. The others are only enjoyable to sit around and make fun of and laugh at how bad they are. This one, yes, you can do that too. You can laugh at all the goofiness and the bad stuff in it, but you can also just enjoy the story itself. It's original, it's out there, but it's also cool and funny, and it's intentionally funny. The movie itself was supposed to launch an actual TV series, but naturally that never materialized. But ultimately, if you are somebody who likes to watch B-movies, likes to watch movies that are just the alternative to the normal crap out there, then you definitely should check out Hell Comes to Frogtown. Very entertaining movie in my opinion. So there you have it, that's my movie review this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and that little bell so you get notifications when I post new videos, and leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of Hell Comes to Frogtown. Love you guys.